Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and the regular weekly review of sales. And wow, what a difference a week makes. So my sales this week just skyrocketed. I almost doubled my sales from the previous week, which is just insane. My gross sales number was up 87%, and I really didn't expect it because April has been pretty slow. But this past week, it was the best week I've had the entire year so far. I just hope it keeps up, and I hope everybody's sales has really picked up as well. But let's get right into it. Let's take a look at the sales numbers, and then we're going to go through all of my product categories and take a look at the best sales for each category. All right, so here we go. Here are my numbers for last week. eBay, I sold a total of 42 items for gross sales of $1,370. Poshmark, I sold 24 items for a total of $596. And Mercari, another 2 items for $41. So that puts my total number of sales at 69 items, which was 77% above last week. I think I sold 39 items last week. So then the total gross sales was $2,007. And that, again, was 87% over my gross sales of the previous week. So sales just really picked up. I had one day where I sold 16 items. That was the most I've ever sold in one day. And that was a lot of shipping, but it was great. I really enjoyed that. So that put my average sales per day right at 9.86. I was really hoping to hit that 70 item mark for a nice even 10 items per day. But hey, 9.86 is just great. And so then my average sales price was at $29.08. And average days to sell an item worked out to right around 83 days. And so then my average cost of goods for the entire week was $5.02. So overall, great numbers, extremely happy. And again, that was the best week that I've had this entire year, and I hope it just keeps up. All right, so let's get in there and take a look at some of the best items that sold. All right, the first one that we're going to take a look at is the fastest sold item of the week for me, and that was for this cinch quarter snap pullover. It had a really cool Southwestern Aztec print to it. I picked this one up at a yard sale last week for $3, and it sold for $30. It did have a flaw on it, and I'm going to see if I can find that. But there's the brand right there, Cinch. If you haven't heard of Cinch, really good Western type brand, and it usually, the shirts have sold really quickly for me. I thought this one would sell quick. I didn't think it would actually sell the first day, but yeah, that is just great. And let me see if we can scroll down here. There was the flaw right there. I thought it was a thumb hole, but when I looked at it a little bit closer, the stitching had come off, and I put a picture here. I put it in the description that it had a flaw, but it still sold same day for $30. So it's really cool when you sell an item the first day, but I also like to show you guys the slowest items that sell. And this one here, this sold in 320 days, so it took almost a year to sell this item, and it was for this J. Jill gauze type material top. It was a really nice shirt. It had a really nice, like an ombre pattern here. But J. Jill used to do okay as a brand for me. I used to pick up a lot more when I was selling a lot more women's clothing. I've kind of stopped picking up a lot of women's clothing unless it's just a really great brand. And if the material is really good, like a silk material or a linen, I'll usually pick those up as well. This was just a cotton blend, I believe. So it just didn't sell real well, and there is the tag J. Jill. It could have been the size as well. This was a small, so usually the bigger sizes will sell better. But still, it sold for $9.95 on eBay. All right, next up is a new category that I'm trying to get into, and I wanted to share it with you guys. That is for men's sports coats and blazers. So as we looked at the numbers earlier, that average sales price for me per item was right at $29. Now I'm looking to really get that number higher. I really want it to be around $35. And so I wanted to get into this category here because the sales prices are well over $30. As you can see here, this one sold for $65. And the buy-in cost is not that much more than just your regular long sleeve, button-down shirt. You can buy those for $7, $8. I bought this one here, this blazer, for $9. So last week I bought 4 blazers just to kind of test the waters, to see, what would sell, how long they would take to sell, what the process was like to take pictures. And it does take quite a bit longer to take the pictures, to set up nice pictures like this, with the tie and everything. And you got to take a lot more measurements to get the sleeves right, the shoulders, the waist. But I think it's really worth it. Like I said, I bought 4 items, listed them, and last week I sold 3 of the 4 items. So I think that test went really well. So like this one right here, this one sold for $65, and it sold within 2 days of me listing it. Now, it was a really nice tweed herringbone blazer, and we can get down here and take a look at some of the details of it. And I have not even heard of this brand before. There's probably a lot of brands in blazers that I don't know. But I did a lot of research on eBay. I looked through the sold comps to kind of get a feel for, what's selling, what styles are selling, what brands are selling. This one I hadn't really heard of. Let's see, there we go, McGee. There's the logo right there. But again, I looked this one up in the store, and it had a really great sell-through rate, and they were all selling for right around $65 to $75. So again, this one sold for $65 in 2 days. And here's the second one that sold, and this was a Brooks Brothers. Everybody's probably heard of Brooks Brothers. And the reason I bought this one was because it was wool and cashmere. Most of these jackets are made out of wool. That's kind of what you're looking for. But this one had cashmere as well, so I think that really helped it. We'll get down here to the logos, to the brand. There we go, Brooks Brothers right there. Inside the pockets, they usually have the size, so this was a 50 long. And then there's the material, wool and cashmere. I had this one listed for $45, but I took a best offer of $40. And again, I only spent $8 on this, so turning $8 into $40 is way better than buying a shirt for $8 and selling it for only like $21 or $22. And the third one that sold was, again, another Brooks Brothers wool and cashmere blend. Same houndstooth pattern, but this one was kind of a grayer pattern. There you go. There you get a better look at it right there. And we will scroll down again, same tag there. And inside, again, this was a 48 long. There you see wool and cashmere. So again, these take a little bit longer to search for. There was probably 100 blazers in this rack, and I literally went through every single one of them. You kind of flip open each side pocket here, left, right, to try to find the brand and the materials. It took a long time. It was a great learning experience, but the experiment went great, I think. I mean, I bought 4 items and sold 3 of them that same week. So because it was so successful, I went shopping again this weekend, and I bought 8 new blazers. So I'm going to get those listed this week, and we'll see how they do. So if you're looking to up your average sale price per item, maybe take a look at men's sports coats and blazers. It's a little bit more work, but I think it really might be worth it. All right, so this next one is the best men's shirt that sold this past week, and this one was kind of fun. This was a Nick and Nora branded cowboy pajama top. Now, I normally don't pick up pajama tops, but this one was pretty unique, and I looked up the brand Nick and Nora just to kind of take a look at it. And when I did, I was really surprised to find some of these were selling for $300 and $400. And the reason they were selling for so high was because Kurt Cobain from the band Nirvana, he was actually wearing a shirt very similar to this one here. And so people really seek this out, and they pay a premium for this item here. Now, the one Kurt Cobain wore was a little bit different colors than this one here, this brown one. His was green, but it was still the same brand, same, cowboy pattern. And I found a picture of it right here just so you could see it. But there was a lot of pictures of him wearing this pajama top. So if you can find this color, here's what they go for. Here's a set of it, $399 for this green color Nick and Nora flannel pajama set. So I only found the top, and again, it was the wrong color, but I put in the description, Kurt Cobain style pajama top. So again, I only got $50 for it, but still $50 for a pajama top, just great when I only spent $3 on it. So if you find items that are really big and popular with the pop culture out there where, somebody famous has worn it, you can really get a premium for it right there, $400. All right, let's move on to the best pair of men's shorts that I sold this week, and that was for this brand, Outer Known, and this was a pair of corduroy shorts. Now, I really don't understand the idea of corduroy shorts, but that's okay. It's still sold. There we go. There's the brand right there, Outer Known, and I took a best offer of $30 for this. And if you haven't come across the Outer Known brand, it is a really good brand. This sold really fast. And if you haven't got into shorts, again, I keep pushing shorts. I have the big shorts video that I put out about the reseller's guide to different styles of shorts. But just to let you know that shorts are really starting to sell well. This past week, I sold 12 pairs of men's shorts. So that was a really good week for selling shorts as well. All right, on to the best pair of men's pants that sold. And that was for a pair of Viore performance pants. Again, this was the second time that I sold this exact pair right here. Unfortunately, the first time I sold it, it didn't fit the person. They returned it. I accept free 30-day returns. But sell-through rate on Vuori men's pants is almost 200%. So I knew they were going to sell again. I relisted them and it sold, I think, in 3 days over here on Poshmark for $43. So definitely keep your eye out here for Vuori, and there is the brand logo right there. And here's the hang tag that's in it. Sometimes these are torn out. It's very similar to the Lululemon, but yeah, the V right there and Vuori. Great sell-through rate. All right, next up is the best pair of men's jeans that sold, and that is for this brand, Adriano Goldschmied, and it's quickly becoming one of my favorite brands to find. They just sell really fast for good prices. This one here was called the Protege. It's a straight leg pair of denim jeans, and it sold on Poshmark for $32. And let me see if I can get here to the tag so you can check it out. There is the Protege straight leg, and there we go. There is the tag inside the waist. So that is what you're looking for. And then on the back as well, there's the tag on the back. It just has this little circle AG right there. But yeah, Adriano Goldschmied, great brand to be looking for in men's pants. All right, next up, let's move on to some of the women's items that sold, and this is for the best women's top. Now, I had this one quite a while in my store. I really thought this one would sell fast. It was a cool style, kind of a military style jean jacket. It was from Polo Jeans, Ralph Lauren. Here we go. Here's some good pictures. You can kind of check out the style. Jean jackets have not sold really well for me. I did some research on jean jackets, and it seemed like they were selling pretty good, but for me, they just don't move very fast. I thought this one, being a Polo Ralph Lauren, would move pretty fast, but it did not. But I ended up taking an offer for $30 on eBay. All right, next up is for women's jeans, and this one was kind of cool. I don't go to the Goodwill bins that often. It's just really far away from me. It's about a 45-minute to an hour drive. And but when I do go there, I usually find some pretty cool items. And you know, if you haven't been to the bins, it's quite an experience. Just bins and bins of clothing piled in there, and everybody attacks it like wild animals. So you really got to be on your game and kind of grab items really fast and then research them later. So this was one of them. I saw kind of a cargo style pair of jeans. I didn't know what brand it was. I just grabbed it along with a bunch of other things, put it in my cart. And when I took a look at this one, it was an American Eagle, and I had never seen this one. It had a belt on it, and it had cargo pockets on it. It was kind of a cool pair of jeans. Big flare legs. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Super high-rise, baggy, wide leg jeans. And again, it had the cargo pockets down the side. There we go. I actually had two people very interested in this one. One lady, and I feel really bad for her on Poshmark. I had sent her an offer, but it expired. And she asked, hey, can you send that same offer? I thought I sent the same offer, but I didn't include the shipping discount, and she was asking for the shipping discount. And so by the time I ended up getting that back to her, this item had already sold in a bundle to another lady. So there was two people bidding on this one at the same exact time. So feel bad for the other one, but I'm glad this one sold, and it sold for $35 on Poshmark. All right, next up is the best electronic, and same type of item as the previous week, another DVD VHS combo player. This one here was for a Sony, and it included the remote control and the manual. Again, I test these every time I bring them in and make sure that the VHS player works and the DVD. I've had it where the VHS player works and the DVD doesn't, and just the opposite way around. This one, fortunately, they both worked fine, so I was able to sell this one for $90 after picking it up at a Goodwill for $5. Well, like I said in other videos, if you haven't kept your eye open for these VHS DVD combos, definitely start looking for these. Go to some estate sales, go to Goodwills, see if you can find these. They usually sell very, very fast and for good money. This one was actually sold to a repeat buyer of mine, and it's going to an office complex, so I'm sure they're just buying a lot of these for their office for some reason. But yeah, these sell really fast, and this one sold for $90. All right, I wanted to include another tie that sold this week, and that was for Vitaliano Lucielli. I think that's right, Lucielli. But I didn't really know that brand. I had to look this one up, and there seemed to be a few of these sold, so I went ahead and bought this one. I think I only spent $2 on this tie, and it just had a pretty cool print to it, kind of a geometric art-looking print to it. There we go. There's a better image of it. And here we go. We get to the brand. There we go. There's the brand right there. And again, buying it for $2 and selling it for $18, that's a pretty good turnaround. And again, go back and watch my tie video about how to sell ties on eBay. They're just extremely easy to store. They're really lightweight, easy to ship. You're not going to make a huge amount of money on ties, but I think it's just a really easy item to sell. So yeah, definitely check out the ties the next time you're in a thrift store or at an estate sale. All right, let's move on to some shoes. So the best pair of women's shoes that sold this week is for this pair of Ariat waterproof Western boots. Again, Ariat, great brand to be selling, a really cool Western brand. I buy pretty much anything I see with this brand on it, Ariat. Whether it's, like a cowboy Western shirt, the jeans sell really well. I've sold quite a few pairs of those. And then here is the pair of boots. There we go, waterproof. And there's the logo right there that you're looking for on the sides. There are the soles right there. Pretty cool looking soles. And then on the inside of the boots, that's usually where they keep the style number, so you can look up the style, look up the comps, and make sure you're pricing it just right. And this one sold for $80 on Poshmark. All right, the last item we're going to take a look at is for the best pair of men's shoes. These pair of Crocs. They are something. I've never seen a pair of Crocs that look like this, but pretty much anytime I see a really unique pair of Crocs, I'm going to pick those up. The standard basic pair of Crocs, I usually stay away from unless they're just in perfect condition. But I've picked up a lot of these type of platform Crocs, and they sell for really good money, anywhere from $40 to $50. This one had the Velcro around the top here, around the back, and again, it was the platform style. It had a really aggressive sole on it. This one sold for $45 on eBay, and let's see if we can get a better picture here of the soles. But yeah, there's the Velcro. Yeah, there we go. There are the soles. They're in pretty good condition. But yeah, interesting pair of Crocs. I'm not the biggest fan of Crocs. I hear they're extremely comfortable, but man, they are ugly. All right, there we go. Another weekly roundup of some of the items that sold for me this past week. Again, it was just a great week. Really exciting to have sales come in like that. Yeah, let me know in the comments if, again, this is the kind of video that you like. What other kind of videos are you guys looking for? I'm working on a photo video. I'm working on an inventory video. And I've got a few other like thrift haul videos that I'm kind of in the middle of. I should have those out later on this week. But yeah, leave a comment. Let me know what videos you're really looking for, and I will do my best to get those out there. And if you do like these videos, please hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, think about hitting that subscribe button. If you have been a subscriber, I really appreciate it. Thanks again for everybody watching and all the comments. I really enjoy reading those and commenting back. And hope everybody has a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.